Today I'm going to show you how to do ink and glitter. For the ink, we are going to use your Sharpies. You can use any of the different sizes that we have. And then we'll be adding glitter after you're done doing the ink. Sharpies can be used to enhance any of your design. I like to use it around what I've cut out. It helps the design pop. This one has a good example of thicker lines that I've used and thinner lines. And you can use it around found poetry. Think about line design and how you might use it in the different ways like we did during the doodles. This one I outlined it, but then I also added some extra lines just to give it some more texture. This one I used a lot of the medium-sized pen. I think I'm going to go around and do inside some of the skinnier pens on there. You can also use it to correct anything that was an imperfection. I had a couple of these that I cut and they kind of had some sharp edges. I used my Sharpie to kind of clean that up and also to make my name pop out as well. So I'm just going to show you an example real quick on here. And I'm just going to go out around what I cut. If you're right up against the edge, go kind of slow because it can, I tend to ride the edge of the paper and sometimes it slips if you go too fast. But go kind of slow because you want to do a nice job. And if it tends to not, if it stops covering, just kind of go back over it a little bit. You could even use a regular piece of paper to get it going again. Okay, but pretty self-explanatory going around the edges. I'm going to do the tissue paper to help those pop out as well. The other part is adding the glitter. This is optional. Glitter will be found in little bottles like this. We're going to use tissue paper, wax paper to put it on, and you just need a dime size to start. You can always add more, but it is kind of expensive, so we like to use it sparingly. I am going to show you a couple examples. I like to use it around what I drew, so I'm trying to, there we go. Any of the black lines, I put glitter on there just to enhance it. We don't want to just cover the whole entire page because that takes away like making the different things special and how you're using it in your design. This also helps your design kind of pop. And if you just paint it over the whole thing, it doesn't do that. So you can also use a toothpick if what you're trying to line is very, very small and you don't have a brush that small. That would work too. So I have this one. I'm going to do this part of the tree on here. So I have my glitter right here. And I have my brush and I'm kind of just spinning it in there to shape the brush. But I'm just going to go along here. The glitter does go on white, but it'll dry clear. So don't worry about that part. And with that, so you don't have to be super perfect when you're going over your lines. I like to use it in between, like in the border as well. So I have these lines in between each of the pieces I cut. So I'm going to use it on there. These I already did. I think I had to use a toothpick because it was pretty small. Okay, but that's how I use that. And be sure to give it some dry time. It'll be clear when it's done drying. So be careful, don't put your hand right in it. But that's what we're doing today.